Hey YouTube, this is Robert from Sherburne Outdoors. Hey, today we're going to be installing Protaper Evo version handlebars that I got from Rocky Mountain ATV. You guys know that I blew out my shoulder not too long ago after a big crash where I fell back into a ravine. And I've been doing some updates to the bike until I can get back on it. Got a couple more months to go. One thing I wanted to do was upgrade my handlebars to give it a little bit lighter, but also give it a little bit more flex on my shoulder so it doesn't have as much impact when I do get back on the bikes. In doing that, I decided I was going to do a couple other things too. I was going to upgrade my Cycra handlebar guards to actually attach to the middle bar here instead of having their own clamp. Let me go ahead and turn this around and show you what I'm talking about. All right, if we look at my cockpit setup here, I mean, it's pretty good. It's not bad. It's got your basic handlebars that come from Yamaha. These have the YZ bend, which is the ones I bought from Protaper. I've got what I consider to be the best of the best hand guards and the Cycras. And then I've got MIG grips that we can just screw right off. But with that said, I've got double setup here. So one thing I wanted to update when we're doing this was actually moving this to connect to here. And I bought something as well from a Cycra HCM handlebar clamp mounts. These were about, I think they're about 80 bucks. And the actual Evo Protaper ones that I got here, these are about 90 bucks. So if we look here, this is pretty simple actually. Instead of this connecting from here to here, we want it to connect from here. And if we just open this up and take a quick look inside, the way these brackets work, as you can see, instead of them connecting to the bar, they're actually just going to connect directly onto here. And in that case, they're going to go straight out and they're going to connect in. It'll make this a lot more stable because it'll be connected into the bar clamp versus being on here and being able to move when I crash, which seems to be all the time now. But it just gives some more stability. So again, these are another thing we're going to add on. The other thing that we're going to do in this video, besides adding these on, is actually take these Protaper bars. And if you see right here, they actually come numbered all the way from 0.25 all the way up to 1.0. Right here, you can actually cut these down. We're going to go down to 0.75. So with that said, wow, it is really hot here. Let me load these up. I'm going to go over to my buddy Jason Brock's house, and he is going to help me cut these a little bit more. All right, we're getting ready to cut the bars down. Jason Brock here, my buddy's helping me out. After looking at his Husqvarna right there and comparing these up for the bars he cut down, we've decided to go a full inch versus the 3/4. So here we go.
Now we just deburr the inside.
Let her rip. Yeah.
Some burrs on it.
All right, sweet. Let's assemble it. Okay, we're back from Jason's house. We got these bars cut down. We took 1 inch off of each side, and we also bored out the end, so it's nice and smooth. It almost looks like it came from the factory. So, hey, the next task we got to do, take all of this gear off our handlebar, actually remove the handlebar, put this one on, and then put everything back on. Tons of videos out there to walk you step by step through that and make this video 45 minutes long. Let me just go ahead and put this in time-lapse mode and we'll look at the end product. Let's get started. All right, we got this thing stripped apart. I got the old handlebar still on. I did want to put this one up here so you could kind of get an idea at the look at really just how much shorter this is. Took that inch off. These are actually, the WR bars come with the YZ bars, which are motocross bars, which are a little bit wider, which may explain why I've been running into everything once you put bark busters on it. Anyway, let's continue on. Let me get this bar off and put the other one back on. guys, we got the handlebars installed. Got a small technical glitch. Right now it looks like we got motocross stuff. You can see we got the pieces coming out here at the side where we bored it in, where we cut the inch off. It's my Cycra's Pro bends that I have on here. You can see when they're supposed to go in about roughly right there. This bend goes way, way further than this lip is here. So I don't know exactly. I mean, if we look here, if I put this right on the edge, I mean, this is way over there, where it should be about right. Should be about right in this area right here. So I got to figure out what I am going to do there, because this is way off. I'll come back to everybody. All right, hey YouTube. Wow, this was been quite an effort, I will tell you. We had the GoPro die in the middle. I learned that my previous Cycra Ultras, they don't fit when you move to a center mount here. So you just have the one which actually mounts to the bike and makes these where you crash, they don't even bend. So mine were coming way out here. So where these mount here, mine were coming in this particular area right here. And so I ended up having to buy a new bar. And when I bought the new bar, I thought my existing handguards were going to fit. And you know what? They didn't fit either. So then I had to buy new handguards. So this was almost turning into a la carte. So I ended up buying new Protapers. You saw us where we cut them down about an inch. I bought the centers for holding these clamps from Cycra. And then I ended up having to buy the bars. And then I ended up having to buy the guards. So in theory, I could have just bought a package with all this stuff in here, but I thought I was going to be able to reuse some things. So I wasn't. Now I will say, this is a good setup. We ended up cutting off 2 inches in total. And I believe when I get it back out on the trail here in another month, this is really going to help, because it felt like I was hitting everything. I felt like I had motocross with bars, which I did. And it was, God, it really was taking forever at that point in time. So this looks great. I'm real happy with how this turned out, and it's really good. All right, well, wow, that was quite the endeavor. I felt like I went through a whole month of getting parts in and out, and I did start making this video 3 weeks ago, and we did have the, I had some additional video, and it actually got corrupted on my GoPro. I ended up having to send the GoPro in to get fixed. Anyway, hey, thanks everybody for the time. Love these products. These are really good. Hey, if you like this kind of content, go ahead and hit that like button. Don't forget to hit subscribe and click that bell to be notified when we got new videos coming out, because we do every week. Talk to you soon. Thanks.